An ectopic pregnancy is an awful experience to go through. Whether you've experienced one before or are at high risk and proactively trying to avoid it, it's wise to do everything that you can to reduce your risk. So in this episode of Nourish, we're going to discuss foods to reduce the risk of ectopic pregnancy. Stay tuned. Hello, if this is our first time connecting, welcome. My name is Melanie McGrice and I'm a fertility and prenatal dietitian. I help couples boost their fertility and give their babies the best start possible with the power of good food. Now, I'm sure that you already know that there's very little that you can do to reduce the risk of having an ectopic pregnancy. Many of the key risk factors, such as our age and having a history of sexually transmitted diseases, are in the past and now out of our hands. However, I always commend people for being proactive, and although there's no good evidence for dietary interventions to reduce the risk of ectopic pregnancy, there are some dietary strategies that make sense physiologically, so in my opinion are worth trying. Key risk factors for ectopic pregnancies include endometriosis, pelvic inflammatory disorder, and tubal inflammation caused by sexually transmitted diseases. The common thread amongst all of these conditions is inflammation of our reproductive organs. So to me, it makes sense that having a diet rich in anti-inflammatory foods is the best dietary strategy for reducing the risk of an ectopic pregnancy. Now, the Dietary Inflammatory Index provides information on the best foods for reducing inflammation. Some of the best foods for reducing inflammation, and therefore by extension the best foods to reduce risk of ectopic pregnancy, include garlic. Garlic contains a compound called diallyl disulfide, which is an anti-inflammatory compound that limits the effects of pro-inflammatory cytokines. To reduce inflammation, add garlic to cooking whenever possible, aiming for around half a clove per person per day. Secondly, salmon. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fish such as salmon reduce the production of inflammatory compounds such as eicosanoids and cytokines. Salmon is one of the best sources of omega-3, containing approximately 10 times more omega-3 than some other fish, so try to include it in your diet at least twice a week. Thirdly, onion. The flavonoid quercetin found in onions acts as an inflammatory compound fighter in the body. It also protects and regenerates antioxidants, making it an anti-inflammatory superfood. And number 5 is oregano. Oregano is a key herb used by proponents of the Mediterranean diet. Not only does it provide loads of flavour, but it's rich in a variety of important antioxidants. Emerging research suggests that oregano is particularly beneficial for reducing inflammation. It's easy to grow and can be used all year round, so try growing some on your windowsill, then adding a little to your meals. And finally, blueberries. Blueberries are rich in a compound called anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are a plant compound responsible for the purplish blue colour of black rice, cherries, and of course blueberries. These compounds have also been found to have an anti-inflammatory role, so eating a handful each day can only be a good thing. So feel free to ask any dietary questions in the comments box below, and if you haven't done so already, check out my fertility nutrition resources at melaniemcgrice.com/shop. Be sure to subscribe for more episodes on how to optimize your fertility nutrition, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I should have practiced that one. Diallyl disulfide. Diallyl disulfide.